All right, so we're testing the shit, and hello, yes, little droid-looking guy, and the
Good
other
morning.
guy, and
How are you?
go fuck myself.
All right, Big Robbie, time to make a U-turn
Yeah, well,
for trip number 1. Where's the destination? Where's number 1 taking us?
so we're gonna go to Amok Time.
That's right, the muck your face.
It's got a mix of old and new, and it's a nice little toy store. Haven't been there in forever. This house has been foreclosed for like better part of a decade.
Who the hell lives here? Freddy Krueger?
Perhaps. I've never seen a property like that because the fucking house goes all the way to the back.
Sheesh.
Like, you ever seen like the backyard has the house in it too? Like fuck no. So I know it looks like a hole in the wall, but this is Amok Time, and we're about to go inside.
Destination number 1, Robbie. What are you looking forward to? What are you looking at? What are you possibly?
I'm looking at debt. That's what I'm looking at.
Debt tired.
Debt.
That's right. All right, destination 1. We are here. Goodbye.
What the fuck is that?
So next we're going to
It's
Blast
Robbie,
from the
baby.
Past.
Blast from your ass?
Yeah, Blast from your ass.
Hey, we got Vin in the car too.
Bada bing,
What's up,
bada
what's
boom.
up?
Oh, we are growing. We are rapidly growing in size.
Yeah, that's been my whole life.
That's right.
It's been rapidly growing.
That's right. He keeps growing and growing and growing and growing.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be the next store, and I know the people that own this place. Pretty cool. They got a
Destination
lot of
2.
stuff. You're gonna love this place. Yeah, I got a lot of wrestling shit. So.
Oh, you know me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where the fuck are we going? Where are we going?
We're going to Blast from the Past.
Blast from the past.
Yeah, it's a toy store. They have all kinds of shit from back in the day. I saw Zack Ryder do this episode at this store.
Really?
He was here?
Who the fuck's Zack Ryder? Oh, sick.
Long Island pedestrian is just a fancy name. Remember, more than 2 shakes and you're playing with them.
This thing, they're gonna change it. It's gonna be more collectible.
Oh well, they had the full size one.
Oh,
in the other store we were in.
Oh, sick. $80.
There we go. My G.I. Joe's Doc. You know, it's funny. I have a picture in my phone gallery of the phone of Doc and Lifeline, 2 like Dr. G.I. Joes with an O-ring and a screwdriver because I was fixing the Joes. I had a broken one. I did like a whole photo shoot with like operating on him. And he's back standing.
That's great. That's like a Toy Story moment.
Exactly. Yeah.
Medic comes in with the O-ring.
Literally.
Let's get you back together.
Get the O-ring. Get the screwdriver.
He's
gonna pull through. Oh, there he is. There's Lifeline. Then we're gonna see some epic battles because you're gonna have the Empire going against fucking G.I. Joe.
We got about 20 Obi-Wan Kenobis.
My. I have all these actually. Every single figure from the line, I got at least one figure from each character. I even have the Australian backface. Be sure that the ones I have in the box have the KBs too.
Oh, I remember that.
This was the first Wolverine figure, other than the Secret Powers, Secret Wars. Yeah.
Oh, this guy is.
You weak, pathetic fools! I've come for your souls.
The original release of G.I. Joe's, they had like a straight arm that swiveled like this, but you couldn't swivel it like that. That didn't exist yet.
Okay.
And I have the one that her arm doesn't swivel yet. But they basically retro created the figures while they were still releasing them and realized that this would give them more posability with the weapons and stuff. Because before it would just be the elbow and you just kind of like bend the arm and then fold it in and that's how you
And snap it off.
Yeah, and they found that the plastic that they were making these with at the time snapped really easily. I guess that's why she's worth so much. Her hands are still intact. So what a collector might do is like actually take her apart and then put her arms on like
The other
another
body.
one that might have snapped that's in better condition overall.
Gotcha.
So, yeah,
Okay.
She's hanging there, which means that her O-ring is on the end of its lifeline. So you can literally just, there's a screw in the back here that you can just take the screw out and it opens them up. They're not, they won't break in anyway. There's only a couple of Joes that you can't do that with because they were glued together.
Oh, okay.
Like Zartan, because he changes colors, so he had like a different kind of
Material
plastic.
thing.
Yeah, so they actually glued him together. But yeah, you can just literally take the O-ring and there's a hook that holds the legs together, and you hook it to like the little beam that's like in the torso, and you can literally fix these figures that way. And there's like a sneaky way to fix the He-Man figures too, because it's not as simple. They also are held together with rubber bands.
Oh, okay.
But
Like O-ring?
if you take a hook, like you know the fish hook kind of screw things,
Okay.
like the fish eye.
Yeah.
So you can open that up, get an O-ring, feed the O-ring through like the groin area.
Yep. And
And
attach
put another
the
one
legs.
in there and just use pliers to close both hoops, and you can actually fix He-Man figures that way too.
Joe's killing it. Joe's living the dream right now. I'll tell you.
something, BG.
I got Hogan and Savage and Megapowers.
The Megapowers. Oh, there's a little Slaughter.
He has that Slaughter in the box, and I friggin' yelled at him because I'm like, Rob, put that away or put it like
In a thing. Oh, hey. I know that.
Ricky Steamboat. Like, that one's $100, and the Slaughter came from the same series, and it's rare. You could easily get like $200 for that Slaughter.
Wow.
And he has it in the box, just sitting there like, yeah. We can open up this toy store. We'll just rob shit. And I told him we'll start a fucking business.
You just do a little.
And that's it. Rob bought this recently.
The Castle Grayskull WWE
The
thing.
ring.
Master of the Universe. Slick retro. It was super futuristic, putting a CD.
Rob has like almost everything here. Just think about what he can get.
This thing was a
Look
monster.
at the Halo 360
Yep.
edition.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. I never got that. I got the other version.
Yeah. I have the Halo Xbox One.
The clear.
The clear translucent neon green.
That was the truth. I did get that one. And then
I got the atomic purple controller from.
Skeletor. All right, I'm gonna have to be more selective in the filming.
$250. You asked? Oof. Zandaweed. No.
What is that? An original Thor doll?
Yeah, it's pretty rare, and to have it in that condition too is like.
Jesus.
That's original Mego.
I can give him a box of shit. And...
Come on. Rob. Merry Christmas.
What the hell is this?
Take a look. He knows what it is already.
I already know what it is. That's amazing. Because I opened mine.
Oh wow,
I never
nice.
seen
With
that.
the Yancey
I never
Street.
seen that on card in I don't know how long.
And what's messed up is I had it in the card and I opened it.
He has
just
it.
like
He
everybody
has
else.
them over here. That was the last one in the back of the shelf.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The envelope in blue-eyed thing.
That's cool.
That's sick.
That's it.
Yeah, he has like a punching spring.
I had that freaking thing. I had
I have all these. I have every one of these figures. Get in on that. Yep. These ones made sounds. And then
Oh, that's a cool Venom.
this was a cool Silver Surfer too.
Oh yeah, wow. It's like the T
Norin Red. Yeah. I have the Fantastic car that goes to this line of Fantastic Four figures. When we go back to the house, I'm gonna
Break it out?
I'm gonna break it out so I can show you. This is right near this is the ladder to go up and down.
just gave me a raffle for we won the Pac-Man set.
Oh yeah, the arcade? That would be sick.
I got 3 chances.
Oh, this would be the perfect thing in the.
Right? Yeah, that's what I just said.
put that on the set, that would be out of control.
Know what that is?
Oh,
That's
there you go.
Thunder Lips from the Rocky set.
Yep, that's what that is. Yep.
Thunderlips in the flesh, baby.
That's my favorite Batman figure as
Oh
a kid.
man, I remember that one.
And the
Holy
Joker.
shit.
Look, there's a Joker down
Still
there.
works great.
Dude, the belt. Oh, this is gonna be the best pizza ever. It's good. Looks awesome.
Tune in Thursdays between 6 p.m. and midnight for Eastern Saturday. Brought to you by BetMGM Sports. Feature parlays, props, and future bets at the King of Sportsbooks.
For this guy.
Get the Aegean.
You want garlic?
Huh?
Look at this
Oh,
pie.
you don't need that.
Cheese pizza. Woo!
This is my spot.
Rob, what's the name of this place?
Aegean's. It's in the Sunbet Mall. It's like a dead mall, but basically this is the heart that keeps pumping it. This is the
Oh, let's get a shot of this. Look at this. Ready?
lifeblood of this spot. And I've been coming here for years, and I love this place.
Oh,
Look at that cheese. That's when you know.
Ah, hey, oh.
Yep. See that cheese action right there?
Money.
See the third generation Wolverine here without behind it?
There you go.
Trevor Fitzroy. There he is again.
Trevor.
Trevor? Is it Trevor? Oh, the Black Queen.
Archangel, remember this one. And yo. No shit, was that G.I. Joe?
Yeah. It's Cobra's Fortress.
Will excuse me, princess.
That was like the worst one. Terrible. Absolutely bad.
The Mariner Brothers show.
Oh, there you go. There's your Secret Wars figures back there.
Magneto, Cap.
There's your Captain America back there.
That's the first Captain America toy, other than Amigo
Oh wow.
and Iron Man.
That's a nice little door. I have that Thunderlips figure.
In the flesh, baby.
Catch me! Oh, there's some guys down here too. Oh, the thumb wrestlers. I had Hulk Hogan and Iron Sheik.
Planeteers.
Yeah, I got a few of them.
I can't believe they have that Secret Wars.
Back chopper, picture chopper. Nice news. Max Rebo. Well, there's your micro machines there. Oh my, what am I doing in here? I didn't belong in here. This is worse than my spines and castles. Oh shit. That is cool. I'm gonna grab them. So I'm gonna need you to close your eyes. And you're gonna put your hands out.
Put my hands in?
Yeah. Because I got you a Christmas gift. I don't think you can expect it. No, it's not fuzzy. It's the opposite of fuzzy. But wait, he got two.
He got two.
He got two.
He got two. This is goddamn tournament doll. Where the fuck did you find this?
I found it online.
I love
Who
you.
needs to fight with Sinbad when you can get it online?
I love you, Jamie. You're my all-time favorite person. You son of a bitch. That's right. Dasher, Dancer, Bronzer, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen. It's turbo time. This is fucking great. What did you...
Go on video?
You're on video.
Hey, let me make sure I
Open,
can see.
open your Christmas gift.
Christmas gift? What are you talking about? I feel it's a box. I know there's a figure in there. Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Thank you, buddy. Hey.
Hey, you got it.
We're gonna show it in the
Of course.
Yeah, look at that.
There you go. Let's see it.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah, I saw that shit
Wow.
in the comic book shop, and I was like,
funny.
you know what, I gotta get this.
And I'm genuinely surprised because I this is the last thing I was expecting in here. I thought it was gonna be like a fucking
Game of Thrones or
something.
something.
Game of Thrones or Palpatine. That's all I ever get now. So this
There you go.
is a meta gift right here.
That's it.
That's funny.
That's it.
What a fantastic day. What a cool day. We got really vintage pizza.
Fucking
we went
A.
on a vintage collector hunt. Rob,
Fuck
where did
yeah.
we go today? Take us through the trip.
Yeah, what was
So we started off at Amok Time in Hicksville. That was a cool little trip, and we got a little Easter egg for Vin that he doesn't have with him right now. But
It's
we,
at home.
We got him an Aaron Rodgers pop that's discontinued. It was a Toys
Go
R Us
Pack, go
exclusive.
baby, let's go!
And then
Rodgers!
and we hooked Chris over there up with
Discount double check.
one of his new favorite characters from Star Wars, Grand Admiral Thrawn. You're welcome, Chris, because I told you I was at those books, and then you finally listened, and now you're a fan. I'm proud of you. And not for nothing.
We spent a lot of money today.
Joe fucking hooked me up with my favorite. So
Yeah.
here's the thing.
What the thing
Clover
is.
in time.
Everybody wanted to see my thing. Well, here it is.
Ooh, put that thing away.
Put the thing away.
Put that thing back where it came from.
No,
But
today
yeah,
was a lot of fun.
Thing's definitely one of my favorites. After Amok Time, we went to
Pick up Vin.
we went to pick up Vin. We did. We picked up Vin. We headed over to Blast from the Past in Bayshore.
There goes all my money.
And that's where
That was a good
Joe
one.
dropped serious dollars. I mean, he's
Buco
got
bucks.
his wrestling figures here. We got Mean Gene Okerlund. We got Randy Savage.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah!
Oh, it's the Mega Powers.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. As God is witness, he created the heavens, he created earth, and he created a set of these 24-inch pythons, dude. Ooh, yeah. Too hot to handle and too cold to hold. Funky like a monkey, space is a place and sky's the limit. Oh, yeah. Ha ha ha, shot, brother.
The Mega Powers.
The Mega Powers. Blast off, meatball.
So yeah, I got
So
some
wait.
really, really amazing childhood stuff that I had. I had the entire WWF Wrestling Superstars line from LJN
back in the early 80s. I had every single one of these figures. I love these figures. When you took them out of the plastic, they had such a great smell to them. They don't smell like that. They smell like
Not anymore. You don't want to smell those bad boys.
But out of the line that they had there, these two, you can still see the shine on the rubber. They still hold up well. They cost a little bit of money.
I got a question. Yeah, you
know
said how much did these things cost back in the day?
I'd be like $6.
How much are they worth now?
They're probably around $40-50 each.
That's insane.
Loose.
Loose.
If you
so
had
you have it in
these-
the box?
If you had these mint on card in the box, you're talking upwards of $5,000 each.
Because you can never find them in
shit.
the box. Yeah, these things are like.
So that's why I say collectibles, not
Yeah.
toys. That's
it's also tough to
crazy.
keep them in good shape
Yeah.
too, because they're heavy. So like the
They're
heavier the
very
figure,
heavy.
the harder
that
it is to keep
80s,
the card.
abundance.
The plastic
everything's-
bubble that they came in always cracked or popped because these things are friggin' heavy. They're like,
Hell, it
know,
looks serious. That seems like something I would throw at my cousin
Oh,
and hurt him, of
we-
course.
Oh yeah,
we threw these around. Yeah, I mean, you could beat the shit out of each other with
these
these
toys
goddamn
probably
things.
hurt more people than the real wrestlers.
So
look
aside
like
from
it.
the wrestling figures, I went a little even crazier, and I got like these also came
Oh,
out in the
shit,
miniature
rowdy.
line. So this is like a smaller version of the exact LJN figure. It's Roddy Piper, and it's a bendy. So he has like wires in his arms and legs, and you can kind of bend them up.
Do the Macarena.
Sick.
You know.
A couple bucks on this, but I saw it, and I love Roddy Piper. He's one of my favorites of all time. I was like, yeah, you know what? Throw that in the pile.
Yeah.
And then they have an amazing Ninja Turtles collection. And this is my favorite turtle when I was a kid playing with Trenchcoat Donnie, where he was in disguise. He didn't want like the humans on New York City to kind of know who he
That's
was.
how he went out in the public.
Went out in the public. He had a hat. He had a trench coat. There was a mask that came with him. Do you still have this one?
Yes.
You still have the
Yes.
mask for it? He has everything. God
Rob
damn it.
has
I
the
have
toy
everything.
store
Son of a
in the
bitch.
attic. Every
Yeah,
toy store we
it's-
visited
It's pretty
is
fucked up.
actually
when
already
you
here
have
at the
up
house.
there.
You really.
My
you
collection of turtles is
It does.
extensive.
It does. You could really open up a toy store.
And I don't have everything, don't get me wrong, but like I have enough of each thing that like it's like how the fuck does this guy have everything?
Well, I saw bins at the store, and I know you have tubs. So,
yeah.
I'm just going to leave it
Yeah,
there.
like
Absolutely.
tubs. Like I'm like literally,
Rubbermaid.
and I'm not exaggerating the length. It's this
Insane.
long.
Jesus.
Like,
We need to
this
start a
deep,
business. The break room.
just filled.
If you'd like to
brim.
bid for any of these
Yeah.
action figures with collectibles,
But Vin, me and you went the
Oh, yeah.
X-Men route. So yeah, you had the original X-Men line, Uncanny X-Men, which is the first kind of line that they came out with. That was an actual distinctive X-Men line. I think there's a KB Toys like sticker on one of them.
Yep.
So, I mean, these were like
one.
really.
this one's
easily
covered
found.
because they put the fucking
It's there.
Milo, but it's under
right
there.
underneath
I'll try to
there,
get that
so-
off.
Yeah, I love this toy line. Just brings back
Should I
so
try to
many
get it
fun
off now?
memories. And to close it out, I got a really good early Christmas gift from my buddy over here.
Yeah.
It's big.
He got two!
It's
I got
big.
two.
It's big. It's bad. It's the one and only Turbo Man. That's right. From Jingle All the Way. This is Super Summer Blockbuster Smash. It's turbo time. Nobody wanted Booster.
Fuck
So I'm
Boost.
happy you didn't get
Fuck
Booster.
Booster.
Fuck Booster. Nobody wants Booster. Give me that goddamn Turbo Man doll now.
That's the greatest gift I've ever seen given.
Hello, little girl.
Yes.
You want a shiny red ball? He got two. He got two. Dasher, Dancer, Bronzer, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen. I got the answer. I got the answer. Let me in. Love this. This looks like an exact replica
That's the
of
from
the
movie.
toy hunt from the movie, and people went fucking apeshit
For
for
that-
this toy during the movie. It reminds me of like every Black Friday,
Oh,
every
yeah.
Christmas. There's always a toy that you can't get a PS5, can't get an Xbox, whatever.
Tickle me Elmos.
Tickle Me Elmos, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
This was the toy in the
Furbies.
movie that people trampled each other for.
Yeah.
And it's an exact replica. The box, the art, like everything on it. Thank you, man. This is an awesome gift.
Of course,
Cool,
man.
amazing.
Of course.
Yeah, awesome.
And to finish out the little adventure that we had, so we stopped at Aegean's Pizza. That's where he's talking about the old school pizza.
Delicious.
Yeah, it was
if
good.
you live on Long Island, there's a dead mall called the Central Mall.
Dead,
That
like, you
most
might not
people
wanna go
probably
in there.
don't even know exists anymore. It was probably popping in the 80s, but now it's like fucking dead as a doornail.
It's yeah.
But literally the heartbeat of that place is this one little pizza place called Aegean's
A lot of
Pizza.
people coming and going.
Delicious pizza, like really delicious.
sign
Specialty
legitimately
slices
pulses.
are on point. Everything's delicious there. And then we finished it off at Milo Toys and Collectibles, where Vin was
You
able to
can't-
get
you
his
can't see
Weapon X figure.
Turbo Man's
They have a little bit more of a mix of
Old and
super
new.
super vintage. Collectible stuff like trains and
they had the figurines your pops goes
pins, they had stuffed animals from yesteryear. They have
like the Indian in the
a
cupboard
lot
type
of
shit.
lot of cardboard on the card figures, which was really cool.
That store you had to like dig for and do a lot of research and search for.
Yeah.
Not everything is accessible in there, but they have lots
And what's
of
funny
hidden
is they
gems.
used to be located in that Sunvet Mall. They were one of several vendors, and I think that the Time Warp people that you told me about that are in
Lake
by
Grove?
Lake Grove,
Right.
I think they were in that same room as
Right.
Milo
Right.
when they were in the Sunvet Mall, and then they all branched off and stopped being there. And when the pandemic hit, that's when they moved to Oakdale because nobody was going to go into the mall.
That's a new space. It did look like
It's a pretty new space.
They're trying to figure out where to
new
put
within
everything.
like the last year, but when they were in the Sunvet Mall, they were there for a couple of years, and they were there with other people. So
They just need
it's
that ambient music because
it's almost like an indoor flea market, which is cool.
Blast from the Past was cool because when we walked in, the first thing I heard was the Halo 2 fucking music going.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like cool. I added that little like
They had a kiosk
ambiance.
of the Xbox One playing Halo 2.
Hell
It
yeah!
was
Check out the
amazing.
live that we did on Instagram. But then when we walked into Milo, it looked like a new space. They were trying to dress it up.
Yeah.
It was quiet in there, so they didn't yet have like the whole feel.
And the
but-
stuff is constantly cycling in there.
Yeah,
Like,
they were moving
the stuff
so
they
much
had
shit.
today. Like I still had stuff to buy. Meanwhile, that same cabinet that I went into from the figures for my dad, I rated that. They had like all kind of like Civil War soldiers and American Revolution stuff, like cowboys and
Thousands of
Indians.
dollars.
Like it was cool, and I always check that little cabinet for him because that's his favorite stuff.
Yeah, he loves that stuff. I know
He
Zach.
does.
Zach's been doing some artwork for him, painting up some of those. And
Yeah,
custom.
so my dad loves playing little war games. He usually makes up his own rules. He found this game online called Pulp Alley, and the rules are, he said, they're like the best rules made up with dice ever.
It reminds me of like a Stratego kind of layout. I don't know
Something
if
they
that's-
like that, like basically it's like square movements and you know people have like attacks and rolling attack
Gotcha.
die and now you can fire back and see if you got hit or
Like
it's,
dice-based.
it's really cool. Yeah, it's
Old
all
school.
dice based. For years and years, my dad was making up his own games, but now
got,
he
like,
found
an
people
official one.
online that are like
Oh, that's cool.
like-minded and like that's
Community.
how he found these other rules. But for Christmas, because my dad doesn't like just waiting till Christmas to get Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
And time's never
Who does?
guaranteed either.
Yeah.
So I got him an early Christmas gift, and I found a bunch of pewter cowboy figures that
That's
were really cool. We got the good, the bad, and the ugly
nice.
figures.
That's
We
nice.
got
Clint.
John Wayne riding on a horse. Yeah, it's Clint Eastwood. Yep. We got like some cool looking other ones, and Zach has been cool enough to paint these figures for my dad.
Wow.
And
He's gonna love
he
the
did
shit
a hell
out
of
of
a
that.
job on the stuff that he's done already. He even had a little like gangster figure, and like
I saw that.
he painted it to
That was
look like
awesome.
my dad, like with a gangster
Yeah.
costume. So
Fucking neat.
called him Smiling Jack. That was his nickname. It was
So these stores have an incredible amount of gems. Like if you know what you're looking for,
yeah.
I don't really know what I'm looking for. This one,
There's
it's something I
catches your
remember
eye.
as a
It's
kid.
yeah.
I
It's
remember
got a
this
little
toy
bit
always.
of something for everybody, like
Definitely.
and like even boys, girls, it doesn't matter. Like there's even Blast from the Past had a whole section of Barbie toys from like
Yeah.
the 90s
My
and
Little
80s.
Pony
and
as
shit.
well.
They had a lot. They got a lot of collectible stuff.
I saw what was that in Milo? They had all the like Disney plates, all those collectible
Right.
statues.
And even
that
when we
shit
went
from
to
the
Amok
80s.
Time, Amok Time had a lot of Hummel-looking like Snow White
Hummel was
collectibles
good.
and
That's
stuff.
right.
They had play sets from Disney movies and stuff. So like
They had a lot of lifestyle.
I'm seeing a lot more inclusivity
Yeah.
in these comic book shops, which is cool to see. Because like when you would go into comic book shops years ago, it was like all boys action figures. That's it. Like that. Like if you're not a guy, you really don't belong there unless you're reading comics.
Yeah.
And it's like now it's nice to know that like, and that's probably what's
think-
keeping them alive too.
Yeah.
Because you gotta be more inclusive with this kind of stuff. Because it's never
Definitely.
been for just one.
It's that was an assumption I think people made incorrectly where there are everybody likes this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the X-Men. Everybody, there's a reason to appeal to it. back when it was created, it was about diversity. It was about like appealing to open and broad audiences.
Fucking A. And it's amazing to know, like to find out later on. It's like, wow, there more people are really into this stuff. You feel like super alienated collecting this shit, but then you find like-minded people. And I think that's what made me fall in love with going to Comic-Con, because it was like-minded people. These are my people.
Yeah.
This makes me feel less weird about the shit that I love.
Like the people who watch this show.
This basement would have gotten my ass kicked in the 90s, like if anybody ever saw all this shit.
I had it all too.
But now it's like, oh, look at all this cool
Can't
shit
believe
he's
you-
got. It's like cool now, you know?
Yep.
Tip to be a square, I guess, you know?
We got to continue the search. I think it's like a cool thing to go around to these stores because there's so many on Long Island and in the
And
tri-state
we haven't
area.
hit them all, so we'll definitely be having a part
Secret
two
Stash.
soon,
We gotta go to Secret Stash.
We're gonna definitely take a field trip. We'll go to the Quick Stop. I've been there before.
I haven't been. All right.
So the Quick Stop and the Secret Stash are actually not far from each other in Jersey.
Of
so.
course, it gotta be. I mean, come
So
on.
it's, it's all
Yes.
Yep.
Sick.
Yeah, I went like 9 years ago last, so it's been a long time.
So we cut together a whole, we shot a lot of footage and stuff. We want everybody to kind of enjoy the trip. So hopefully you guys will enjoy what's coming up after this.
Stroll down memory lane.